Guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are watching, what are you waiting for? Go press that subscribe button and hit the bell. Alright, we're gonna be frying some pumpkin so we can eat it with some paratha roti. This type of pumpkin here is what we normally use to do our fried pumpkin, or normally we call it pumpkin stew. We call it the belly pumpkin, meaning that it has a thick flesh. So I had this pumpkin like for about 3 or 4 days in my refrigerator. And once you get it for that long, it's gonna eventually get some bruises and some little white scarf on it, and that's all right. Like I'm doing here, just cutting off the top so that you can get the freshness on the inside. So once I'm done cutting it, I'm going to cut it back into smaller pieces and then peel the pumpkin like this. And this pumpkin is a delicious one, guys. You must find a pumpkin that has a nice pumpkin orangish color, and that's how you know your pumpkin is good. So once I'm done peeling the pumpkin, I'm going to cut them into small cubes, just like this. Once I'm done cutting them, I'm going to set this aside, but of course you need to wash it. All right, this is what the pumpkin looks like after finished chopping into small pieces. Over here I have some vegetable cubes that I did crush up, and this is for seasoning my pot. I also have some brown sugar, which I'm going to tell you why I have brown sugar to cook this pumpkin. Some 5 spice, some salt, along with some black pepper and some dried thyme. Over here I have some tomatoes, celery leaves, some onions, some Guyanese fine thyme, and of course we can cook without garlic. So over medium heat I did add a pot, and I'm going to add some oil into the pot. Then I'm going to start by frying my garlic first. You want to fry this garlic until it becomes like a golden brown color, and I just love the fragrance of garlic. Once it gets a little brown, continue by adding the rest of the seasonings into the pot and saute them until they become tender. This dish is so easy to put together, guys. If you never thought of eating fried pumpkin like this, then I think you need to go try it. You wouldn't regret one bit. So once this tomatoes and onions are all soft and nice, go right ahead and add the pumpkin. And once you add the pumpkin into the pot, you want to level it off. I'm not going to stir it up right away. Level it off and then just place the cover over it. Continue cooking over medium heat and let this cook for another 3 to 4 minutes. After 4 minutes of cooking, you want to remove the cover and stir the pumpkin, making sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. So once I'm done stirring, I'm going to go right ahead and I'm going to cover this pumpkin again and let it cook for another 3 to 4 minutes. Alright, so at this time you can see that our pumpkin has some juice in it from covering, so we're going to stir again. And then it's time for us to season our pot. And what you can do is just use a spoon to mash any large pieces of pumpkin. Now we're going to use our spices into here. And why I add the sugar into the pumpkin is because the sugar gives the pumpkin a hint of sweetness combined with a touch of spiciness from the spices. And what we're going to do is just make sure that we give it a nice little stir. And look at how soft this pumpkin is, guys. And this pumpkin stew is what I served with the previous video where I showed you a shorts on how to make the paratha roti, and you can check in the description box below for that link. So now that we season our pot, you know it's a Caribbean thing. We love our spices, and this is optional. So I do have a green Scotch bonnet pepper. You can also use a red one if you want. I'm gonna cut a piece and just drop it into this pot. Turn the heat off, cover the pot and let it sit until you are ready to serve. Here I serve mine with my paratha roti. You can also use bread, and you can also use some white rice. So enjoy with some delicious paratha roti, guys. Give it a try. Leave me a comment, and don't you forget to subscribe, like, and share my video. I'll see you in my next video. Enjoy.